Hello, I did my hours of professional development on Harmony Professional Learning, which was a free online resource that had short professional development modules ranging from 30 minutes long to 1 hour long. So basically, you could either do a 30-minute one or an hour-long one. And I found that this professional development resource, through the lifelong learning assignment, it was just one of the links that was on our assignment page, and I really enjoyed using it. And I decided to use this one in particular because it offered a variety of professional development modules covering a lot of different topics. But there were three main categories, which were the curriculum, engaging families, and then planning for all students, or like diversity planning. And so in each of these topics, there were a lot of different modules that you could do that address different issues. So some of the ones that I chose to do were: what are our responsibilities as a mandated reporter? What are consequences in the classroom and how are they different from punishments? How we can engage students in a discussion. And there were a couple of others that I did, but within each of those modules that you could do, they were video based, so you would just watch your video, and then it was split up into a bunch of different videos. So after a couple of them, it would have you either do a multiple choice question or a matching question, just to kind of check for understanding in the middle of it. And then at the culmination of the module, you did an exam over what you had learned. Then I would obviously give you your certificate with the number of hours that you had earned. It did take me about 5 hours to complete this, probably a little less just because I didn't go through and rewatch the videos, and I was able to go through the exams pretty quickly. But I really enjoyed it, and part of the reason I really enjoyed it was because all the modules were, like I said, 30 minutes to 1 hour. So you could pick like a lot of different ones to get your 5 hours. And so it wasn't like I was spending 5 hours learning about one thing. I could kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do. And it did have like a structure of like the order you could do things in. You didn't have to go in that order. And so it made it really great to kind of pick and choose what you wanted to learn about. And then you could also choose like a shorter length one if you didn't have as much time, and it would still count. And through doing this, I was really hoping that I could improve my teaching skills, especially the things that I either have yet to learn in my teaching education classes or that I just am not going to learn, like the mandated reporter one and what to do about bullying. The mandated reporter one was one of those legal things that, like, obviously we don't want to think of as educators because we don't want our kids to be going through any of that, but it is something that we do need to be aware of, and like what we can legally do and everything. And so that one was incredibly helpful. And then the bullying one, like, we all know about bullying, but honestly it was really good because it talked about how to address it, and especially how it corresponded to the one I did about consequences. So that was really good. But I would give this resource a 4 out of 5 because while it does have really great modules, and they are really easy to access, there were some that I felt were really key that were missing, because I went through looking because I really want to get involved in ELL. And so I wanted to try finding one about ELL and maybe like IEPs, 504 plans, and they didn't have any of those. So I felt like those were some key modules that are a really big part of education that they didn't have. So that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. But yeah, so that was my professional development.